The political temperature is hot in Munugode, which is a constituency in Telangana where a bypoll is to happen on the 3rd of November. The bypoll happened because the Congress MLA who represented this constituency, Komatireddy, Rajagopal Reddy, resigned from the party and joined, in fact, the BJP. What he says is that he was not able to get any money for the constituency and was not able to undertake any development works, and that's the reason why he is left the Congress and he's joined the BJP. He's also in fact said that people have lost trust in the Congress because so many of them switched over to the TRS and blames both the TRS and the Congress members for having done that. Now, Munugode, the term of the election is only going to be less than a year. We are expecting assembly elections in Telangana in 2023 before the end of the year. And yet, this is being fiercely contested, a very, very expensive election, perhaps the most expensive election ever, not in the history of India, but perhaps the history of the world itself is what some of the election observers are telling us. Why is that? That's because the contestants here are, of course, very, very rich people. The Congress claims that they don't have any money. The BJP contestant is Komatireddy Rajagopal Reddy, a 52-year-old man who is a contractor. And the allegation against him, which the Congress, Revanth Reddy, the PCC chief, had first so-called exposed, and then the TRS has made that into a major, let's just look at that. Yes, that's a campaign vehicle of Rajagopal Reddy, in fact, moving here. And the allegation against him is that it was in a quid pro quo that he had, in fact, joined the BJP. The allegation against him is that his company has managed to get an 18,000 crore contract from the central government, and his quid pro quo, he has joined the BJP, and they are pitching this election, Munugode, as a semi-final before the 2023 assembly elections. Of course, BJP sees Telangana as an opportunity, as a political opportunity, because they believe that the ruling party here is the only dominant party, and the Congress, in fact, is losing even that second space opposition kind of a status, because there are very, very few MLAs left. Hardly 6 MLAs were left, even though many more had, in fact, won the election. So in Munugode, if you may just point to one physical appearance, this road that you see here, this road was in fact laid after the Congress MLA, or the man who quit the Congress, Komatireddy Rajagopal Reddy. After he quit the Congress, the Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao held a meeting here, public meeting here, and that's when this road was laid. And they say otherwise this was a kacha road, and it was a huge problem for them. In many ways, it is not just Diwali on Diwali day in Munugode, but the entire season has turned into a Diwali because people are distributing money. Every political party takes people for public meetings, rallies, or going around with them, wearing the khandwa of the party. People are quite freely willing to change the color of the scarf, political scarf that they are wearing. They will be handed over 300 rupees at the end of the day. The TRS, in fact, is taking big amounts of people, Mudirajus, Padmashalis, Yadavs, different groups that they are targeting, telling them about the welfare schemes that they are doing and taking them out of the constituency, because then the expenses of feeding them, etc., would not come under the election expenses within the constituency itself. Every party is alleging that the other is spending a huge amount of money. Komatireddy Rajagopal Reddy says that the TRS is spending hundreds of crores. It is a fact that the Chief Minister had told all the ministers and all the MLAs to come here and help in this campaign effort. And that is something that's why we are seeing a lot of presence of the TRS ministers and MLAs here, each of them given responsibility for small segments where they have to ensure that the vote comes to the ruling party. The BJP has in the past, we have seen them use a lot of their central leadership coming in to campaign, even for municipal elections in Hyderabad, and possibly something like that was expected in Munugode as well. We are expecting that Mr. JP Nadda, the BJP chief, will be coming in and campaigning here on the 31st of October. Otherwise, Bandi Sanjay, who is the state BJP chief, as well as the other MPs and the MLAs who won by-elections, whether it is Dubak or in Huzurabad, all of them are coming here and campaigning. 3 things about the constituency that I must say. More than 50% of the constituency, in fact, has backward class votes. And there is an electorate of over 2 lakh people. and only about 3.6 is considered to be the Reddy vote. The rest are, of course, 16% is supposed to be the SC vote as well. The other categories perhaps are not as significant as the Reddys, who are only about 3.6, and yet politically a very influential class, and that's the reason why the candidates chosen by the three main parties here, whether it is the TRS, the Congress or the BJP, all of them have chosen people from the Reddy caste. They are politically influential. Komatireddy, Rajagopal Reddy, he of course represented this constituency. He has in the past been an MP as well. His own brother is in fact the Bongir MP, which is the area in which we are. And despite being in the Congress, there is an audio tape that said that he was in fact asking his own party leaders to vote for his brother, who is a BJP candidate. The BJP per se putting all its forces here and making this into a huge prestige battle. Big amount of money. People tell us there is liquor, there is of course mutton and chicken, and there is of course money that's also being distributed here to people. And women do complain that men come back drunk, and some youngsters like Vamsi here in fact telling us that people are leaving their jobs, not doing their work, and going and drinking and coming back. And how long has this been? 15 days? 1 month almost. And you think that is actually leading to big health issues and family issues? Family issues and health issues as well. Big money being, big money being spent here in Munugode. Has it become like a festival here?
Yes, big festival. Then Diwali and Dasara.
Big festival than Diwali and Dasara.
Elections comes, all will celebrate.
All will celebrate. So people are happy that by-elections come.
So happy.
And people don't think it's a wasteful expenditure.
No.
Our money only is being spent. But
our money only. Our money, and they will give to government only. They are going to liquor and they are drinking and they are eating. Who's it to the
government back
only.
again.
That's it. People are the waste fellows. They are not understanding clearly.
It's a recirculation of money in a sense.
Yes.
But do women suffer? And mahilaలకు problem itla gents elli taagi vastunaru pedda ettuna elli taagi vastunaru ga డబ్బులు పంచితే మనం సంతోషమే. She is telling us that of course the wife and the children of course have a problem because there is so much of liquor that is doing the rounds. Women really don't drink so much. But interestingly, the Congress candidate in fact is Palvai Shravanti, who is the daughter of someone who has served this area very well, Palvai Govardhan Reddy, and she's an educated lady, and that's what the Congress is banking on, that the electorate of 1.2 lakh women voters, if they were to vote for Shravanti, who is the Congress candidate, she should be through. She should be able to make it through because this is expected to be, in fact, a largely triangular contest. I spoke about money being distributed here. People talk about not 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees, which used to be the norm earlier, not even 2,000 rupees. People are talking in terms of 5,000 rupees and 10,000 rupees that has to be spent on every vote, and that will make it one of the most expensive elections ever. Already the election commission has spoken about 24 crore rupees at least that has been seized, not directly relatable to Munugode presumably, but in the flow because people are spending this money in order to be able to win this particular election. So it's a money power that is playing out here in Munugode, and of course the TRS is saying that it is a BJP which is spending big money. The BJP is saying that it is the TRS which is in fact spending big money. The Congress, in fact, this place was considered a stronghold, should I say, of the Congress. Communist parties have also won here. Of course, in 2014, when the TRS, there was a Telangana wave, should I say. At that time, it was the same K. Prabhakar Rao, who is now the TRS candidate, who won the election. And of course, 2018, it was Komatireddy, Rajagopal Reddy, who won this particular election. Many people say that he forced this election in a sense when it was not required. There is no urgent reason for him to resign and force this bypoll. But even though only less than a year is left, this has become a very, very expensive election and therefore a very, very high profile election as well. So everywhere you go around, you'll see these police teams, surveillance teams, which are checking vehicles, trying to find out how much of money is being spent here. The caste equations, each of those groups are being addressed to by the ruling party, telling them the kind of schemes that they've already done and what they will be doing in future. Youth like Vamsi, who are educated and who believe that they have not got jobs nor got benefits, they are angry with the ruling party, and therefore possibly that anger will reflect in the elections as well. But as of now, it does appear that it is going to be a big contest between the ruling party at the center and the ruling party at the state. And even though it's actually just a bypoll, which doesn't make any difference to the government here, not to the government at the center, actually, it's the perception battle that they are all fighting. And in this perception battle, they believe that whoever wins this perception battle will be in a better position to be able to pitch themselves for the 2023 assembly elections. Already we have seen a lot of people moving from one party to the other. If we saw Bura Narsaya Gaud of the TRS, a backward class leader who was in fact aspiring to be given the ticket for Munugode, not given the ticket, and he jumped to the BJP. And the reverse also happened. People like Dasuji Shravan and also Swami Gaud, who belong again to the backward classes, they had left the TRS, in fact, to join the BJP, because Shravan had gone from the TRS to the Congress and then to the BJP hardly 45 days. And then he was welcomed back into the party and said that we are all brothers and we will go back to being that. So a lot of attempt perhaps to woo leaders from one party to the other, that becomes something that each of these parties wants to showcase in the public arena. That's why we are having leaked audio tapes as well. There is one tape that seemed to suggest that working president of the TRS, Mr. K.T. Ramarao, had reached out to some leaders asking them to come over to his party. These kind of things are happening and perhaps quite common during elections. What is going to happen in the next few days, perhaps the day before the election, that's something that not just the media, but people here are also waiting for, because they expect that big money is going to be distributed here the night before the election. And as one of them put it, it is Dasara and Diwali all put together in Munugode in the run-up to the election. That's Sudhir from Munugode with camera person Nagraju.